Hey guys, John here. Today we're checking out a really cool device by XSONIC, the Airstep Cortex. And this thing is going to make the lives of every Nano Cortex user out there so much easier because the Neural DSP Nano Cortex, I mean, it's a wonderful device, but in terms of the switching capabilities, it's not ideal. It only has 2 foot switches, right? So there's only so much that you can do. The Airstep Cortex makes all of that so much easier. It makes the Nano Cortex so much more giggable, and it's very easy to use as well. So we're going to have some fun today and explore what this thing can do. Massive thanks to the folks at XSONIC for sponsoring this video, by the way. I really appreciate it. And of course, as always, all thoughts and opinions are 100% my own. Now, if you're interested in one of these things, check out my affiliate links for Tone 1 and Sweetwater, or go check out the XSONIC website for more information. But trust me, this thing is very easy to use. When they first approached me for this review, I didn't have a lot of experience with units like this, right? So I thought, oh, this is going to be complicated with MIDI and wireless stuff. And I was very pleasantly surprised that this thing is extremely easy to use. So that is great and a huge plus. Now, I haven't gotten confirmation about the price just yet, but I think it will cost somewhere around 130 or 140 euros or so. So that's not very expensive. Now, of course, we have 5 foot switches on this thing that can do various things, like switch presets, you can switch banks, you can turn the tuner on and off, you can turn effects on and off and stuff like that. But it is also wireless. So the only wire that I've connected right now is the expression pedal, because you can connect up to 2 expression pedals to control various parameters on the Nano Cortex, like a wah, for example, or a level, gain, etc. But other than that, it's totally wireless, and this little antenna takes care of the Bluetooth connectivity, if you will. And there's a battery inside here that you can recharge, of course, with the recharge port over here. It's like a standard 9-volt recharge port, but it can last up to 300 hours, which is like so long. You can play like, how many gigs? Like, I don't know, 150 gigs or so. Just on that battery life alone. So that's really cool. You connect this thing to the Nano Cortex via Bluetooth. Now, that's a very easy process, but there's one thing that you have to keep in mind. You have to connect the Airstep first before you connect the Cortex Cloud app. Okay, otherwise it's not going to work. So that's something to take note of. But the whole connection process is very easy. When the blue light, the eye over here, is solid, that means that the unit is connected. Okay, if this is blinking, the unit is not yet connected. Now, right now, mine is connected to my Nano Cortex. And, you know, this switch basically has 2 modes. There's a preset switching mode, which is the blue mode. That's where we're on right now. And the effects mode, which is the green mode. Okay, let's go back to the blue mode, the preset switching mode, and see what all of that does. Okay, so as you can see, there's a blue light over here that indicates which preset we're on at the moment. So right now that's preset 3, preset 2, preset 1, etc. And this green LED, this blinking LED over here, that indicates on what bank you are. Okay, so I've prepared a couple of presets with captures of mine that you can get in my web store, by the way. This is clean tone. This is the rectifier, the Do Rec clean tone. So that's a cool kind of broken up tone. By the way, I am using my Kiesel Aries Joker Edition straight into the Nano Cortex. Okay, sounds great. So that is the clean preset. Let's go to preset 2, which is a preset from my JP1 pack, Marshall JMP1 rack rig. This is a high gain tone, one of my favorite tones. That's preset 2. Preset 3 is like a thick rectifier tone from my Do-Rec pack. All V2 captures, by the way. Thick rectifier tone. And then finally, I have a rectifier vintage tone, which is a little bit more crunchy and sort of mid-gainy. So that's really basic, right? So in the blue mode, you can switch between presets. Now, of course, we have 16 banks that we can scroll through on the Nano Cortex with 4 presets each. And you can switch between the banks by double pressing. So if you double press these two, we're going to switch one bank up, see? And another one up. And another one up. Okay? So we're in bank 4 right now. And to bank down, you press these two simultaneously. So back to bank 1. So that's also very easy, right? I like how simple it is to use this thing. So yeah, switching presets and to switch banks, you either use these to go up or these two to go down. Easy, right? Now, if you want to go to the tuner of the Nano Cortex, you long press the 5th foot switch and then you're into the tuner. And then you can tune your guitar. So that's cool, right? Long press it again to go out of the tuner. So that is like the basic functionality in the preset switching mode. Now, of course, you can also go to the effects mode. Just press the 5th foot switch once, and then you're going into the green mode. And here you can switch all the effects in and out. Now, it's a little bit more complicated than the preset mode in that you have short presses and long presses, okay? With the short press, you can turn effects on and off. Let's try that and let's see what sort of effects we have enabled in this preset. For instance, on switch 3, I have some modulation going on. So we can turn that on and off with this foot switch. Some nice subtle modulation going on. So that's what the first 3 foot switches do. They turn effects on and off. So this is like a tube screamer, off. So that's just like a tube screamer in this preset that you can turn on and off. With foot switch number 4, you can do the tap tempo of the delay, for example, right? I'll show you that in a second. But we also have long press functions when we are in effects mode. So if you long press the first foot switch, you go into the tuner, just as we did just now on the preset mode. With these 2 foot switches, if you long press, you can browse between captures. So this is a minus and this is a plus. So if you want to go to a different amp capture, you can press this switch and it's going to go to a different capture. All right. So you can also do that. Pretty cool. And then with these 2 foot switches, if you long press, you can enable effects 4 and 5. So if we long press this switch, we enable the delay, right? And then you can also do the tap tempo. And then if we want to add reverb, we long press the 5th switch, or in this case, turn it off. So let's turn off the delay, very dry, long press to enable some reverb. So in short, in effects mode, you can use these in a short press to enable effects 1, 2, and 3. This is the tap tempo, and this is the switch to go back to preset switching mode. And for long press, this is the tuner, capture minus, capture plus, effects 4, and effects 5. That's it. So let's go back to preset mode and go back to the second preset with the J-Pre1. Because I also want to show you guys what you can do with an expression pedal. So if we go to the special app, so this is the app by XSONIC that you can use to assign functions to the expression pedal. Now, in this preset on effect slot 2, I have a wah-wah, right? And I've programmed the expression pedal to control the wah, and it was super easy. So what you do, you go to the expression pedal that you want to use, either 1 or 2, then you can go for level, gain, or effects. And if you go to effects, in this case I have pre-effect slot 2, and I have it set to the wah. You can just choose your effect here and then, you know, select it, and then that will control the effect. It's that simple. I did try a couple of other expression pedals that did not work with the Airstep. In this case, this is a very affordable one and works really well, works perfectly. So that was like super easy, you know, just choose the effect, choose the expression pedal that you want to use, and there you go. Very easy. To use the wah, of course, you will have to enable the effect first, and then you can control it with the expression pedal. So that's what you do with the app, basically. There's also another app that you can use to update the firmware of the unit, which is recommended, you know, in case there's an update to the Nano Cortex. You're going to want to update the Airstep as well, so that it works well with the current firmware, okay? And as long as you're connected to your Nano Cortex and Airstep with the same phone, you can use both apps at the same time. But remember, first connect the Airstep and then connect the phone. And that's basically it in terms of the functionality. Very easy, right? Incredibly easy. And once you turn this thing on, it connects by itself, so you don't need to go in all these menus and stuff. It's very easy to get this thing connected to the Nano Cortex. So for me, that is a huge plus. Seems very sturdy as well. And it did come with a little cable from a 9-volt connector to USB, so that you can, you know, charge this thing through a USB port, which is very convenient as well. Let's take a very quick look at the I/O. So this is expression pedal 1, expression pedal 2. Here's the little antenna thing for the Bluetooth, the power connector for charging the unit, an on and off switch, and this function switch over here, which is not yet assigned to anything. So that's for in the future, I guess. Anyway, so I think that the XSONIC Airstep Cortex is a great little device, very easy to use, works really well, quite flawless if you ask me. So yeah, I'm excited by this thing, and I think it will make using the Nano Cortex either in the studio or live that much better, because you've got access to so many more foot switch functions right under your feet, if you will. So great job, XSONIC. I hope you guys will enjoy this thing with your Nano Cortex. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, because I'd love to know. Also, be sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons. And if you want to support this channel, be sure to get something like an Airstep Cortex or other Airstep or a Nano Cortex at my affiliate links for Tolman or Sweetwater. I'd really appreciate that. And of course, you can also follow me on Facebook and Instagram. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you soon. Cheers.